day, my fellows of the internet. This is Crasher05.
Princess Jube 101.
And I am Sir Didi.
And today, we are dressed up fancy because we are having our E3 tea party. As of right now, we are enjoying our crumpets and tea waiting for our E3 presentation to occur. Isn't that right, Didi?
Yes, good sir. I'm very excited for Animal Crossing for the Switch.
And I am very excited to see the new Smash Ultimate character, a new chap to add to our group of brethren. And what about you, Princess Jube?
I am excited to see Bayonetta 3 news. If not, off with their heads.
Okay.
Anyway, we have been looking forward to this jamboree for several months now, and hope not to be disappointed.
Indeed. And now let us enjoy our tea, like gentlemen. Oh ho 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 ho!
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Okay, that's enough of that.
Time to put away this thing.
Wait, was that thing real?
No.
Jupe, we are done with the whole costume thing.
How dare you speak to your queen like that?
Your title was Princess Jube, not Queen.
Off with your head.
That's it!
I'll get her from behind. Ouch, she punched my nose!
Stop moving, this is for your own good!
A few minutes later.
Now that that's over...
It's time for the presentation.
Mm-hmm.
Still hurts. Still hurts after pulling off that fake mustache. No, it was real. Ouch. Ow.
I'm glad you learned your lesson, Jube, because we don't want to tie you up again.
Yeah.
Didn't like that.
Especially after you just went Monarch crazy right over there.
Monarch crazy. I like that.
But still, we are actually having a little tea party and we're actually enjoying the show. But we're also going to be having our little discussion onto this whole things onto the E3 area here.
Okay. Alright, so super excited. We've been waiting for E3, forever. We've been waiting for E3 for months because after the last Nintendo Direct, we knew after they didn't show like a lot of the games we wanted to see, we were waiting for E3 because we're like, that's when Nintendo's gonna show the good stuff. So waited since February, right?
I think so.
So waited quite a while for this day to finally come. But before we start the presentation, I think we have like 28 minutes left before it starts.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to talk for some key points and stuff. One of my talking points I actually want to talk about before we start is what game do you look forward to, and do you think it'll be coming out this year?
Well, we already know about the Pokemon, and I'm actually excited. But the only games I'm actually interested in is Luigi's Mansion 3, The Legend of Zelda's Link's Awakening, and a little more details onto Fire Emblem, The Three Houses. But I'm also kind of wanting to see a Super Smash Bros. DLC character because Masahiro Sakurai actually just teased us right over there with that Smash Ball right over there turning into a fake. You know something's up. We all know it.
Yeah, we all know it. That was definitely suspicious. Right at YouTube.
Alright. The ones... I agree with Crash about Luigi's Mansion 3 and the Fire Emblem Three Houses. Also Bayonetta 3. I especially wanted that.
Yeah, because they haven't said anything about any of those games.
Yeah.
The last Direct, which I thought was odd.
Yeah, but
Uh-huh.
if we're actually just talking about which games we're actually excited for, I did actually wonder why is there a big suspense over onto Animal Crossing? Would actually be a huge a little fire onto lighting up the dynamos.
And that's what I was gonna say. That the game I've been waiting for, that I look forward to the most, is Animal Crossing. Just because if they don't announce it here, I will start to sobbing. But no, it's fine because. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm really excited for Animal Crossing. I really think they are gonna show it here, but I wouldn't be surprised if they delayed it to 2020. Like, I was actually thinking that maybe it's gonna be delayed because they haven't mentioned anything. But that also makes me suspect, like, if they haven't mentioned anything, maybe it is gonna be released this year. They're just keeping it hush hush, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because if they weren't gonna release it this year, they should have told us earlier. Just because that would be not very nice of them to like say now, oh, it's coming out next February or something.
I mean, come to think of it, we did actually had a delayed reaction onto the Metroid Prime 4 right over there.
But this one was like you had to scrap that. Like you had to start all over with that.
Mm-hmm.
And if the same thing was with Animal Crossing, they should have done the same thing. But that's why I'm like a little bit more hopeful that they aren't going to delay it because they haven't said anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
So
They've been probably working on it.
yeah, like that.
We're just hoping for it to come.
Right, and like Jube is right because they've been working on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of dialogue, and I completely understand. Like dialogue and all that has to be translated into all these languages and all these parties and all that stuff.
Especially how big the memory's gonna be.
Oh yeah, because it's gonna be like it's huge, you know.
It's gonna be on the Switch.
Yeah, and the Switch is I'm pretty sure gonna have the processing power for that. But like, and I understand, I completely understand. But just the taste, man, just the taste.
I'm gonna cry.
I see. Well, Animal Crossing is actually a big deal right over there. I mean, when I actually first played Animal Crossing onto the Wii, I was actually just a little bit bored and didn't actually want to keep up onto the whole thing. Plus, my parents were actually almost busy 24/7. But since I actually played New Leaf right over there, it actually changed my experience right there.
Which is funny because my first game was also City Folk.
Really?
Yeah, on the Wii, and I really liked it at first, but I was in, like I didn't like getting up early in the morning. Well, I do like it. Okay, when I first started playing this game, I got up early. All right, I always got up early when I was younger. Now I wake up late, lame. But when I was younger, I would get up like at 6 or 7 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So I could do stuff. And yeah, my family were still asleep, but I would play video games in the morning. Well, I tried to play Animal Crossing early in the morning, but there was like nothing to do that early in the morning because everyone in the game was still sleeping. And stores were still closed. So I would get bored of it very quickly. And so I might have to admit some shame here, but I would time travel so that I could play the actual game because in the afternoon, I just didn't feel the urge to play my video games anymore because it was no fun to me in the afternoon. But in the morning is the time where I love playing video games in the morning. And so, yeah, and I liked City Folk. I thought it was a cute idea. When I found out that the bus could take you to the city, I was shocked because I actually didn't know you could do that. So I literally played that game for 3 months and I didn't know I could go to the city.
Yeah.
And when I did, it was like a whole new experience and it was like, got me excited again. And then, yeah, after a year or two passed, I just started trying to collect all the furniture, which I was really close to doing. And then I kind of got tired of it, and I kind of got tired of my Wii, and then the PlayStation 4 came out, and then I just started playing that.
But onto the time travel thing, I bet Rossetti actually got after you.
Not for time traveling. I think he gets after you for resetting.
Oh.
Mr. Rossetti.
Okay.
Okay, so... another thing I wanted to talk about is that I did see that they were going to talk. They were talking about playable titles in the Treehouse, and how Pokemon Sword and Shield, Zelda: Link's Awakening, Luigi's Mansion 3, and Marvel Ultimate Alliance will all be playable hit titles at the Treehouse. But it also said and more. So people are speculating maybe Animal Crossing will be at the Treehouse.
Here's open.
Yeah, just to see some gameplay. Some people were saying that it wouldn't be a good game to demo, which I agree. You can't really do a lot in what the demo, like, how much can you do? I don't know. But the Treehouse, if we saw that there, that'd be freaking awesome. Like, come on, Nintendo, just give it to me straight. Just give it to me straight!
But onto the next subject. We're going to be talking about Super Mario Maker and what we actually saw over onto that tournament, and it's actually awesome onto most things. But we do actually have a little nitpick onto the multiplayer, including, well, you can't actually locally play with friends, but except just sharing except sharing your Switch with another person in order to play.
Right. And so what I want to say about the tournament is that it was a great tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really did want Gerard to win just because I'm a huge fan of the completionist.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, they were both good sports, and the person that deserved it won.
Yeah, Abdallah did actually manage to know his strategies right over there. I mean, the way that he actually walked across the blocks right over there, pure genius. I did actually manage to make a Super Mario Maker stage right over there. That is actually just, inspired by how he actually managed to travel across. You really need to run across, and trying to keeping his cool right over there, he actually just kept his cool compared to Gerard, and that's actually something.
Yeah, it's really hard, especially when you're so much under pressure. It's stressful being in
a tournament like that.
Yeah, in a tournament like that, in that kind of scene. But either way, I think they both did really well. Mm-hmm. It was a really good tournament. It really did keep me on my toes, though. Mm-hmm. So talking about the co-op, yeah, like I'm not gonna buy Mario Maker. Mm-hmm. I actually don't like those kind of games. I know a lot of people are looking forward to it, and that's awesome. But
and that's actually the two of us.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Jube and Crash are pretty excited about it. But not having... I don't know. Like, this whole co-op, like, you can't play with your friends doesn't seem very Nintendo-like. Mm-hmm. Especially when I swear they promote play with your friends all the time. And so, like, some people don't like... Because I know, like sometimes it gets really hard to play with strangers, because I get really uncomfortable when I play with other strangers. The only game that I'm actually able to play with strangers with is Splatoon, and even then, like at first, I was so nervous because I was like, I don't know any of these people, I don't understand. But I'm closed-minded like that. Anyway, but I would think that it's okay to play with strangers, but also with your friends.
Yeah,
I think that would be important.
Hopefully they can actually fix that with an update, because I really wanted to play with Jube most of the time.
Right, and like I just think it's silly because you guys do just play together, you know? A lot of the time, Jube just likes to play with you. You probably won't play with the other strangers, but Jube is more comfortable just playing with you. Mm-hmm. But it's just silly because, I don't know, because I hope Nintendo does change it, but I feel like Nintendo doesn't really listen to our complaints. They're like, we're Nintendo. Take that. Like, oh, okay.
I respect.
Yeah, like I respect Nintendo, but some of their decisions are questionable, to say the least.
And speaking of things that are actually questionable, Minecraft Dungeons.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I don't know where to start with this one. Minecraft Dungeons is actually kind of a mix of Minecraft over there, but it also has the aesthetic of Diablo 3. Yeah. It actually seems like it, because the way that you actually just having the mapping area, including where you actually need to traverse, it almost looks like Diablo in a way. I mean, even though you don't actually see that experience before, I've actually seen this one before, and it's...
Well, so I've never played Diablo 3, but I was actually thinking how it kind of reminded me a lot of Moonlighter. Mm-hmm. If you ever played that game, it like the aesthetics and how like everything looks reminds me of Moonlighter. Is this for the Switch or is it just for the Xbox?
Oh, it's for the Switch. It's coming to the Switch.
Oh, too. Okay. Yeah. So it looks very. I don't know. It reminds me a lot of Moonlighter, and I do like Moonlighter. So I might get the Minecraft Dungeons. I'll still think about it though.
Yeah.
I agree.
But while we're on the subject onto this one, I did actually wonder if they're going to be promoting classes onto this one, because it kind of looked interesting if they actually do different builds onto this one.
Oh yes.
Especially when we actually see somebody actually using a fishing rod to bring in the enemy close, well, very much. But if it's going to be like what we actually see in Diablo 3, maybe we'll actually see some surprises right over there. But I also wanted to have ourselves our own customizable characters right over
That would be cool in Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool. I do like the idea of the customizable characters.